Time to nut up or shut up, people. Tallahassee Zombieland. You'll get why I started off with that. I'm Greg Alba.
I'm John Humphrey.
I am thrilled to present this following video to you guys. Sony Pictures and our friends over at Think Jam invited us to an event that once we heard what was involved, we were like, hell yeah, we're going. They gave us the opportunity to interview the screenwriters of Zombieland 1 and Zombieland Double Tap. They're also the screenwriters for Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2. These guys are Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick. We both really admire their work a lot. So once we were told we had a chance to have a one-on-one interview with them, we were like, yeah, we'd love to go. So we agreed to it. And then when we got on a bus from the Sony Pictures lot to go there, I didn't properly read through everything that was gonna go on at the event.
Best way to prepare.
Because I was like, I just want to interview them. Come to find out, we're going to Angel Stadium and we're going to also do this Monster Jam event where they're gonna have us go inside of the Gravedigger truck. They're gonna have a GoPro set up in there. We're gonna get a ride around in the dirt. Never been to a monster truck event, definitely never been inside of a monster truck. It was a really fun time. If you follow us on Instagram, we did a lot of Instagram stories. There were so many other influencers there, people like John Roca, Dead Meat James, Winston from the movie Trivia Schmodown, those ETC boys, whole lot of people. The event in and of itself was a total blast. I did an Instagram live video when we were in the monster truck, so the footage I'm gonna show you is cutting back and forth between the GoPro they had set up there in the Instagram live video. And then right after that, I'm gonna show you guys the interview that we had with Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick. They were so courteous, so kind. Everyone at this event was so professional. The standard we expect at every level when it comes to the Real Rejects.
That's the professional car, the monster truck. And that's what we're going to be riding in right there. Seems legit.
But of course, because it was a special event, they hooked up some goodies, which is the main thing we go to anything for. Zombieland Double Tap, which is now available on Blu-ray, 4K Ultra HD, digital, and DVD. And you could probably rent it off some streaming service somewhere. I'm excited to own this because if you guys saw our review, which we did months before we were ever even invited to this, we were both very enthusiastic about Zombieland Double Tap. Genuinely, really enjoyed the movie.
We liked the film for free.
And then they also gave us these other fun toys, this Monster Jam zombie helmet. How cool is that?
And an actual gravedigger that we rode in.
Life size.
Monstrous.
So guys, pick yourselves up a copy of Zombieland Double Tap. Thank you, Think Jam and Sony Pictures once again. Enjoy the video. What's up, guys? This is how desperate we are to get you to watch Zombieland right now.
Wow. Alright, here we go. It's monster truck time. We've seatbelted in.
We are in a monster truck. Monster Jam. Oh wow, everyone's going live here.
I mean, why not, you know?
We just met.
Hello!
I mean, there's not much to
ETC
say yet
here.
on 005.
There's a lot of us live. We want to see who's going to get the most views here.
We are having a contest.
Oh shit, we should wear seatbelts for sure, right?
Yeah, you should probably put your seatbelt on.
John, can you hold this? Point it right now.
Hey!
No problem.
We can handle
It's kind of craziness in here right now. Oh, it's me. Hey.
No, this is President.
Winston, don't throw up.
Hey, shut up. Don't you wish that on me.
Everyone buckle in?
All right. Live reaction here with the monster truck. What's up, guys? Hey, everyone.
All right, well, here we go.
Hey, everyone. I got 15 eyes. How many eyes do you got?
I mean, it won't tell me for some reason, which is fine.
That's more than you. All right.
Roca's coming again.
Oh, God.
Ricky Elliott,
Roca,
gig.
Roca, you're a monster.
Roca.
John Truck.
I'm not going to be in the moment. I'm going to try to make sure I'm talking with you guys.
Oh,
Let's do this! Let's do this! Winston! These people! We want Zombieland Double Tap now! Watch it! Want Zombieland Double Tap! Shit's flying everywhere! Oh my Do a flip! Do a flip! You guys got a live before and after for my hair.
Oh, Jesus.
Slate. I'm Greg Alba.
And I'm John Humphrey.
We're with the Real Rejects. All right. We're seriously like major fans of both of your guys' work. Major fans. And we said in our review like months ago that we prefer Zombieland 2 over the first one.
Oh, that's really
That's
kind.
nice
Thank
of
you
you.
very much.
So our first question, 10 years after the first Zombieland movie, do you guys think superhero movies are cinema?
Yes, we do, by the way.
You should.
I mean,
You
no,
really should.
Look, my favorite movie of one of the last decade was The Avengers, so it's like so that is cinema. So I don't care what Martin says. It's cinema. Anyway, but we'll set that aside.
We were hoping we could catch them. Unfortunately, not tonight. Darn it.
Yeah.
Fake nerds.
We just cut a little more off your chair right now.
But completely genuine though, I wanted to ask, you guys do so much work together. What is the general collab process like on a first draft, for example, for a script? I mean, you guys take turns one word at a time?
Well, what we do is we sit around in a room and break story together. We have a big cork board with cards and kick around ideas, and that can take anywhere from 2 weeks to 3 months.
Yeah.
Depending on how the ideas are flowing and how we're feeling, and then we break it down into an outline, and this is getting very specific, but
yeah, please.
And then basically divvy up scenes, and we go off and each write in our own writing spaces, and then trade scenes back and forth and rewrite each other.
It's like a
until it
puzzle
builds
piece.
into
It
one
is a little
voice,
like a
yeah.
puzzle piece. It's sort of like a quilt that slowly comes together over time. Yeah, and it works strangely, like because you think not the best idea maybe, but it does work for us. So
It seems to be flowing pretty well.
So
Yeah.
over that amount of time, did you go through a bunch of cork boards because it's been so long since the first movie? Like,
I think we still have the original.
we might still have the original
cards.
cards. It comes down, it's the same cork board, but then the cards get stacked, and it's like, oh my God, we had 4 or 5 versions of these stacks of cards that just make that represent like months.
What
and months
the
of work.
worst thing about a project is if you're developing a project and you have to kind of start over. Like we're like, oh fuck it, it doesn't work.
We gotta
You
go
have
back to the board.
You go back to the board. You pull out the board, and the cards from the previous outline are
still
attached.
there, and then you just
gotta pull them off,
it's
and
so
it
the
feels like
indignity of that
you're
moment is
mourning.
brutal.
Like
Yeah.
I love that scene.
Right
it
out.
apparently sucks. So.
Did you guys find that the writing process for this one specifically was a little bit easier because you knew the voices of the actors in mind?
It's funny that the characters, writing the voice of the characters was easier. Finding the story was a little bit harder because it was that 10-year passage, and a lot had happened off camera to account, during those 10 years. So the actual characters, writing them in their voice and who they are and how they interact, easy. The journey they're taking was a little bit more difficult for us on this one.
Our last question with that in mind, when you develop the plot for this, do you start with the characters' motivations first, or like where they might be, or do you look at the plot first and then fill in the character arcs there?
Oh gosh, I think it's sort of each feeds the other. That's a bad answer. So you can ask another question, but I think it's cyclical. A plot feeds character, character feeds plot. So it's sort of like chicken and egg. That I wouldn't say one drives the other necessarily. So you get another question. I don't want to have to end on that crappy answer.
did you find yourselves having to adjust a lot since so many other big profile zombie shows and movies have come since Zombieland?
It's funny, we kind of ignored all of them, and just did our own thing. Ours felt unique in the sense of action comedy, and it's set apart from The Walking Dead, in that The Walking Dead
definitely.
is super serious, and it's awesome. But like,
we couldn't out Walking Dead the Walking
Yeah.
Dead, so there was no reason for us to have really evil human characters or zombies that were absolutely terrifying. We're always leaning into the comedy, the wish fulfillment, the escapism. So
The heart, too.
Yeah, the heart. And so at the end of the day, we didn't really feel like we were competing with those other things. We kind of keep them at the periphery and just try to do what we do.
Well, thank you guys so much.
thank
The
you.
film is
Thank
incredible.
you, Greg.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Time to nut up or shut up.